Leaving you this, just as good luck for next week. And I want to...
The Nightly Show on ITV was mainly created to cash in on the popularity of late-night talk shows in the United States, such as Kimmel, Fallon, Conan, Colbert.
And all 435 House seats are up for grabs.
Each week, a new presenter hosts from Monday to Friday, and there's been a whole lot of them so far. But it's quite possible that no host resonated with the audience quite as much as celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay did on his week. So click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And here are the 15 greatest moments from the week that Gordon Ramsay hosted The Nightly Show. When he masturbated a cucumber.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Let's go.
When Gordon Ramsay had Rules of Attraction and Dawson's Creek actor James Van Der Beek on The Nightly Show as a guest, the actor showed him a Van Der Beek family recipe that involved warming up a cucumber by stroking it in a sexually suggestive manner, and then made him scoop up cottage cheese with his hands in a strange fashion. Van Der Beek was probably having a little fun with Ramsay, but it certainly was amusing to watch the famous foul-mouthed chef masturbate that cucumber. And James Van Der Beek did it too. His hands didn't stay clean.
That is a nightmare. Look at it.
Van Der Beek was on the show to promote his new series, Carter's Get Rich, set in the UK town of Milton Keynes, and said that throughout his research for the show, he has yet to find a person who says that I must go there. When he taught Chris Moyles how to cook scrambled eggs. Chris Moyles is a radio and TV presenter in the UK with his own show on Radio X. He was one of Gordon Ramsay's earliest guests during his week-long stint on The Nightly Show. He admitted to the famous chef that he had forgotten how to cook scrambled eggs, and Ramsay wasn't having any of it.
I've forgotten how to make scrambled eggs.
So he strapped on his chef's hat and showed him how to make this very basic dish. Now, if you can imagine how Ramsay acts around professional chefs in Kitchen Nightmares and aspiring chefs in Hell's Kitchen, imagine how passionate and compassionate he was with a radio presenter who doesn't have any passion for the culinary arts.
Don't know how to make scrambled eggs.
Forgotten, Gordon!
And doesn't even know how to cook scrambled eggs. It was something of a treat to watch.
Make a joke, be honest.
I am. It's burnt.
When he asked Scott Eastwood for Scarlett Johansson's phone number. When A-list actress Scarlett Johansson was being interviewed on The Howard Stern Show, she was asked who she thought was the hottest guy around. She gave an answer that pretty much no one was expecting. Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, honestly, I'm like somebody who likes like Gordon Ramsay.
The Stern interview with Johansson happened to take place the same week that Ramsay was hosting The Nightly Show, so he took advantage of this worldwide media platform and his newfound information about GQ's Babe of the Year, Esquire's 2-time sexiest woman alive, and the star of Maxim's Hot 100 for many years, and her secret celebrity crush. When he was interviewing movie star Scott Eastwood, yes, he and Clint's son, Ramsay asked him for Scarlett Johansson's phone number.
I don't suppose you've got Scarlett Johansson's number on you, have you?
Naughty Gordon, you're married.
I know you're going to be slightly upset about this.
When Ramsay jibed James Van Der Beek about Dawson's Creek. James Van Der Beek is the actor who played Dawson alongside Katie Holmes in the teen drama series Dawson's Creek. Over the years, the show has proven to be meme-friendly, especially the scene in which Dawson cries. Gordon Ramsay mimicked that scene when he had Van Der Beek on as a guest on The Nightly Show. And Van Der Beek was actually surprisingly chill about the whole thing. It just goes to show that Ramsay knows how to joke around with his guests in a way that Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby of ITV's This Morning don't. When they had Van Der Beek on as a guest, they clearly offended the actor when they asked him where he's been since Dawson's Creek ended in 2003. Van Der Beek told them totally straight-faced, "I've been on television the last 20 years, just to let you know."
But what happened to the main man himself?
I have been on television the last 20 years.
But he was in much better humour with Chef Ramsay when he pretended to cut off his finger in a blender. As many fans of his knows, Gordon Ramsay loves pulling a joke.
I'm playing a trick on the audience and Frank, and you guys are in on it.
One of the funniest pranks that Ramsay pulled on The Nightly Show was when he pretended that he had cut his hand in a blender.
Gotcha! And got you as well! Yes!
However, the sweary nature of his rant when he was pulling off the joke did upset some viewers who aren't fans of his bad language. Viewers tweeted, "Gordon Ramsay and his foul mouth," and they wonder why the ITV Nightly Show has a decline in viewers. But hey, if you don't like swear words, then what the hell are you doing watching Gordon Ramsay? When he dissed Jamie Oliver, Gordon Ramsay will never miss out on an opportunity to take down his closest rival in the celebrity chef game, Mr. Jamie Oliver.
I've called you fat. I've criticised your restaurants, called you fat.
In one of his nightly show episodes, there was a technical glitch that took the show off the air for a few minutes.
We apologise for the ongoing issues this evening. We will return you to the nightly show as soon as possible.
It was odd and left a lot of viewers perturbed, but they still came back the following night, where Ramsey jokingly explained the reason behind the glitch. He opened the show by saying, "Before we begin, I'd like to apologise for the technical fault that occurred during last night's show. For some reason, we were mysteriously taken off the air for a few minutes. We were still trying to find out what caused it, but so far, all we found is this image from the backstage security cameras." And then he showed an image of Jamie Oliver pulling a plug, to which the audience exploded with laughter. When John Legend sang Ramsey's best insults.
Are you up for a quick taste test?
I'm down. I'm up.
You're up.
Gordon Ramsay has been responsible for a lot of delightfully searing insults over the years, courtesy of his various TV shows. When John Legend appeared on The Nightly Show, he performed a song where he gave Ramsay's best and most infamous insults a more lyrical and gentle touch.
The new album, Gordon, by John Legend, out now.
He sang, "How the f*** did you burn ice cream?"
How the f*** did you burn? How the f*** did you burn ice cream?
Your limes are old.
When John Lydon made it awkward. On one episode of The Nightly Show, Gordon Ramsay was interviewing his two guests as a pair, former Sex Pistols singer John Lydon and actress Sally Phillips. As Phillips was telling Ramsay that she does not enjoy cooking, as she had to make 3 meals a day every day for 3 kids, she said, "It's like Monday night, you get the stench of rubbish spaghetti bolognese." And then Lydon jumped in to add on, "and a fat ass looking at you in the mirror."
Well, they lied.
Phillips, being the bigger person, no pun intended, brushed off the comment and got on with what she was saying. But an awkwardness was clearly left in the air. Ramsay was speechless. When Ramsay dropped 16 F-bombs in 30 minutes. The Nightly Show is only on air for a mere 30 minutes, but the typically foul-mouthed Ramsay managed to fit 16 F-bombs into that brief amount of time. He called fellow and rival chef Jamie Oliver a fat and referred to the overweight children as chubby little which of course ticked off the anti-body shaming PC liberals of the UK, which might explain why 300,000 viewers tuned out halfway through the episode. You can't say he didn't warn them.
I'm now getting tips from John Lydon about cooking.
At the beginning of the episode, during Ramsay's opening monologue, he said, "I've got a very important message. Because of my reputation for colourful language, ITV has asked me to warn viewers that the following programme may contain bad language, right from the f***ing start."
I'm firm, I'm fair, and sometimes it's really hard to swallow.
When he defied his wife's wishes to do the show. When his week of hosting The Nightly Show began, Gordon Ramsay instantly became a trending topic on Twitter, as he was a huge hit with the fans. Apparently, people have trouble spelling his name, which is understandable. His name is only in the titles of about 17 different popular TV shows. But he almost didn't even do The Nightly Show. He had agreed to do a week of hosting, but then reports came in that the ratings were in decline. So Ramsay's wife Tana saw this, and according to the chef himself, first thing Tana said to me was, "Are you going to pull out?" Am I f***ing going to pull out? No, I wouldn't do that. If I commit to something, I'd do it. Good on you, Gordon. When he stood up to the critics. Gordon Ramsay got some flack during his time on The Nightly Show, namely for his swearing, but in some cases for his timing and cadence, as put so eloquently by one of the more sophisticated online trolls. But he didn't let any negative feedback or criticism get to him. In fact, he had a message for all the haters. "I just need to have a bit of fun with it. I know I'm going to get a kicking. It can't get any worse. The knives are out. I quite like that. I'm robust. I'm going to stand strong and take the blows. I have to do something different, that's important." There's something we can all learn from Ramsay's attitude there. Don't let negative Nellies get you down and just be yourself.
I'm going to set a challenge with 2 local takeaways.
When he ordered 2 takeout meals. In one of the many food-based skits that Gordon Ramsay did during his time on The Nightly Show, he took out his 2 cell phones and used one to call for Chinese takeout and another to call for Indian takeout, in order to see which one arrived first. The gag was a little racist, as it was based on the idea of pitting 2 ethnicities against each other. Fans weren't too fond of the bit either, as they tweeted, "This is actually so stupid. His phone isn't even lit up. WTF. His phone isn't on, and as if somebody would wait that long to answer the phone.
Hello?
Please stop the nightly show. As if anyone expects us to
Hello?
care about Gordon calling 2 takeaways. And is it just me, or is this not real? In the end, the Chinese takeout people won the race. When fans couldn't spell his name right, Gordon Ramsay was getting a lot of love on Twitter the week he hosted the nightly show, but none of his fans seemed to be able to spell his name right. It's right there in the credits of the show they're actually watching, and yet they couldn't get it right. But at least they were enjoying it. Fans were tweeting, Gordon Ramsay is the best presenter so far. Really enjoyed tonight's show. Laughed all the way through. And Gordon Ramsay is the best presenter ever. Genuinely think Gordon Ramsay should be on the show every week. Man is a brilliant talk show host. And Gordon Ramsay is hilarious. He keeps saying
Get out of here, young lady.
You cannot get any funnier than that. Gordon Ramsay is f***ing brilliant. And Gordon Ramsay could actually save the show. F*** me, but Gordon Ramsay doing a f***ing good job. Laugh out loud, brilliant. Gordon Ramsay on The Nightly Show. Give him a 6-week series, #legend. That's all well and good, but it's Ramsay with an A. When he brought The Nightly Show back from the dead. The Nightly Show ratings were in decline, the reviews and audience feedback was shockingly negative, and ITV had been considering cancelling it. After Gordon Ramsay hosted his first episode of The Nightly Show, all of the praise came flooding in from fans on Twitter, who saw Ramsay's hosting as a turnaround for the failing show. One fan tweeted, "Well played, sir. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. Best nightly show yet." While others tweeted, "Gotta hand it to you, Gordon. Tonight's nightly show was actually watchable. Congrats to Gordon Ramsay. Show actually made me want to watch. Bravo, sir. Enjoyed Gordon Ramsay on The Nightly Show. Best host so far, I think." So suffice to say, the easy watchability and charming charisma of Gordon Ramsay saved The Nightly Show from certain doom. When he made that sexual innuendo. This crude sexual innuendo was perhaps the funniest moment from Gordon Ramsay's week hosting The Nightly Show.
I'm dying to find out which of my guests has the most amazing palate.
See, every night that the beloved chef hosted the show, he had a short segment where he would do a taste test with each of his guests. So he would put a blindfold on them, feed them something, and make them guess what they were eating. When fellow chef Gizzy Erskine was on the show, he fed her some pickled onion and made a sly sexual reference. He told her, "You can spit it out if you wish."
You can spit it out if you wish. You want to spit it out? Yeah, I've got a little bowl here if you wish. You don't have to swallow.
"Do you really want to spit it out?" When she shook her head, he said, "You don't have to swallow." The audience laughed, naturally, and Ramsay wiggled his finger at them and said, "Stop it, I'm in enough as it is."
Stop. I mean, enough as it is, okay?
That's it for now. I'm not going to swear at you, but click that subscribe button for your chance to win an iPhone X. And check out our other videos.